Today we're in the laundry room, and this laundry room has not been touched since we moved into the house until recently. And I'm now getting a chance to bring you guys in for a little tour. So come on in. Okay, so the laundry room was one of those places that I really didn't think about that much. We was just using it to wash and dry clothes, right? And I mean, the clothes came out clean. They dried. It was great until it wasn't. I have pretty much touched every part of this house except for the laundry room. Before I decided it needed to be updated. It just wasn't going with the rest of the house. So before, there was no counter. There was nowhere to fold clothes. I just kind of washed, dried, and took it out of the laundry room, or I would leave the baskets on top of the washer and dryer with clothes in it. It was bad. I would just close the door and just say, you know what, I'll deal with it later. So now that I have a counter, I'm so happy to be in here. Like, I'm in here folding laundry all the time. And I love it. Like, it's great. When I decided I was going to do something to the laundry room, I didn't have a plan. I just was like, all right, we'll just kind of see how it goes. And black is my favorite color. So I pretty much incorporate black in everything that I do. So in here was no different. I just didn't know if I wanted to paint the walls or if I wanted wallpaper. And I just felt like because this space wasn't so huge, I have wallpaper all over the walls. I didn't put any on the ceiling, which I really wanted to, only because it's so small in here and it doesn't have any natural light. There's no windows. So if I would have made this whole room black, like I wanted, I probably would not have liked it as much. So paint on the ceilings, wallpaper on the wall. I will give you a close-up of the wallpaper because it is interesting. It's not all black. It kind of looks like it could be metallic, but it's not. I really love this wallpaper. The texture of it, very, very good, nice and thick. I think the panels came in 48 inches, so they were about 4 feet wide. So putting it on in some areas was really, really good because I got a lot of coverage. But in some areas, it was a little challenging because the walls are not straight. No house, nowhere ever are the walls straight. And as I have been getting into doing different things around my house, I realized that nothing is perfect. It might, to the naked eye, look perfect. But then when you start getting into it, you're like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. But anyways, I really love how the wallpaper in here came out. It elevates the space in such a way for it to not be so big. It just has so much character, and I'm just so excited about that. Countertop, like I said, there was no countertop here. I built this, and let me just give a disclaimer. Soon after I finished this laundry room, I decided I'm going to put my DIY hat down. I have found, and this is not the first time, but this was probably like my turning point, or my breaking point rather. DIY, when you say it and you think about it, is great. It's perfect. But then when you start getting into it, and I'm only speaking for myself, when I start getting into it, I find that it's not fun at all. I am not a professional, so I just kind of do things or learn things as I go. And sometimes it's rewarding, and then sometimes it really can be sanity damaging. Like, and I'm just being honest. Like, I am not a builder. I don't know what makes me think that I am. So I don't have fun. I don't have fun. Even though it may look fun, I'm not having fun. A lot of times when I start a project, my mind is already on the end, like what it's going to look like at the end. I don't calculate all of the things that go in the middle, from beginning to end. So once I'm in the thick of it, I find myself stressed and I'm over it. I don't want to do it anymore. But then at the end, when I see if it does come out the way I want it, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. But that's not all the time. So I just made the decision to just leave the projects to the professionals. I love to decorate. I will decorate over and over and over again. I love to style. I will do that. No problem. But when it comes to building and doing things like that, yeah, no, I'm probably not doing that ever again. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. So with that being said, I did build this. When I started it with the studs and everything, it was good. Like this day one in here was awesome. I got a lot accomplished. And then, again, like I said, things are not straight. Things are not symmetrical, all the time. And when I run into those problems, that's when frustration kicks in. And then it's just like, whatever. So building the base or the framing out for the countertop was easy. It went seamless. I measured this 50,000 times. I'm not even kidding. Like I measured to make sure that, when I put the top on, everything would be great. What I learned is the measurements in the front are not the same measurements that's in the back. So up here could be 65 inches, but back here could be 64 3/4, right? So this is Formica, right? I bought it like a sheet of Formica, and before I put the Formica, I had a piece of plywood, right? It's about 3/4 inches thick, and so that I had something to adhere the Formica to. And what I just said was, the front is a certain amount of inches and the back is something completely different. So when I cut the plywood that I have under here and I tried to bring it up here and put it up here, it would not fit because the front is bigger than the back. It was awful. Anyway, I had to figure out how to make these cuts and try to get it together. And that took a lot of time, a lot of energy, and it was very stressful. So didn't like it. But I got that on, and then came the countertop. Once I got to this countertop, first of all, when I received it in the mail, I was so happy. It was so pretty. I love the veining in it. It's like a faux marble, but from afar, it is perfection. When I first got it, and I was so scared to cut it because it's so delicate. I had to take my time and cut very, very slow. The front part, I had to cut a different piece in order to have this because I couldn't bend it. So this is two separate pieces. Once I got it on and it was all said and done, I was good to go. But it was a lesson. I'm never doing it. Never doing anything like that again. So once I got all that done, it was time, to bring in some decor pieces. Pretty, right? First, I want to get into my my picture that I have here. So I'm from New York, and growing up, I had to go to the laundromat. There was no washer and dryer in the house. Like, you had to go to the laundromat. So little old me, shopping cart full of clothes, probably a bag in the shopping cart, a bag on top, taller than me. So I'm pushing, to the laundromat, and had to do that, often. So I definitely do not take for granted having a washer and dryer in the house. However, I do not forget where I come from. So having a photo of the laundromat, oh my gosh, it was completely necessary. So this right here, it's so nostalgic, and I just smile every time I come in here because it's like I have come a long way. It's crazy. And some people might be like, what? Like, no, wash and dry. Yeah, I come from a place where we had to go to the laundromat to wash clothes. So I love this. I found this picture on Etsy, and I just had it printed, and then I got a frame from IKEA and just framed it out. It took me 2 seconds to hang it. So when it comes to stuff like this, I'll do it over and over again because it's easy. Like, grab a photo, print it out, throw it in a frame, get a level, make sure it's straight, and here we go. Because for so long, the laundry just looked a hot mess. I did want to take time to make sure that I put thought into the things that I display. I want them to be pretty, but I also want it to be functional. So I found these jars on Amazon. I know some people might be like, what is this? This right here, this is bleach. This is bleach, and I keep it out here in a jar to just quickly, fill the washing machine. So yes, this is definitely for function. I do use it. I have to have my scent beads. Let me just bring the jars up so you can see how pretty they are. These were probably made for food because they have airtight lids, but I don't care. I use them here in the laundry room. Ooh, and this smells so good. So great. I love the smell of fresh laundry, and I love for my laundry to smell fresh. And speaking of fresh, this little mechanism right here, it's called a door prop and stopper. Prior to this, like, I would just leave the washing machine open because I can't have it closed. I have it closed now because obviously we're talking, but the smell that comes from there, from it not, being completely dried out, is gross. And I didn't want that. So I would just leave it open. And then I found this on Amazon. Oh my gosh. And this just completely changed the game. First of all, it's magnetic. It's super flexible. There is no right or wrong way to use this piece, right? You just stick it right here, and the door, it stays open. And when I walk past, I'm not mad at it because it doesn't, to me, it just looks like it's decorative, right? It's flexible. You can stretch it out. You can do it however you want. But this is, whoever came up with this, they're a genius. I just have to say that. I don't like the smell of a washing machine after it's been closed. So I keep this propped all the time, except for now because it's in my way. But yeah, so that's that. Dryables. I use dryables. I don't use them in every load, but I definitely use them when I am drying my sheets and my blankets and stuff, my towels, because it helps with the wrinkles, really. And these are wool. I use these over and over. So I've had these for a while, and I can throw them in there. Matter of fact, I probably used them a few times last week. I washed a couple of coats. I did wash some blankets. And when I throw these in, they come out and they're, they still look good. And also, I love beautiful things. This right here, this I also found on Amazon. I keep my detergent in here because I use we're a family of 6. So we have a lot to wash. I don't want to see, especially in here. Before, probably didn't care, but in here, I don't want to see the big thing of Tide sitting on the counter. That's ugly, right? It's red, it's blue, it doesn't match. So this right here, and I think I ended up with this because when I was looking at these jars, number one, I don't think I found anything big enough. And number two, and I'm learning my lesson too with the bleach. Number two, because it's liquid, I have to pour, in and out. So I needed something that I could use to pour. And like I said, with this, I don't have anything to pour. So I'm finding myself having to either, number one, I'm making a mess. So I definitely need to get me another one of these. Or number two, I'm trying to find a scoop or something to scoop out the bleach and put in here. And I'm probably not as anxious to get something for the bleach because I don't use bleach in every single load, just my whites. So maybe like once a week, I need to use the bleach. But this right here, genius. This is probably a drink jug or something like that. I don't know. But I'm definitely using it for my detergent, and I love it. And this washing machine is that you don't have to put detergent in every load. It's just it holds detergent. So I will just pour that in there. Oh, and I'm running low now. I need to refill it. I would just pour it in here, and it goes for, I can go probably 10 to 12 loads without having to refill it. Display, some things are display, some things are functional. Obviously I don't use clothespins, that's like old school. But I do like the way they look in these jars. I think I got these jars from IKEA. They're probably food storage jars. So I just kind of threw some clothespins in them, just, for the aesthetic. I didn't want to go too crazy with decor things that I don't use because then it's like it collects dust, especially like up here like this. So I don't want to go so crazy with aesthetics that's not functional. So yeah. Here are my dryer sheets in this pretty container. It's plastic, but I like it. I like the way it looks. I do use the dryer sheet. I don't only use dryer sheet for the dryer. I also stuff dryer sheets, and I don't know if I'm alone on this or not, but I also stuff dryer sheets in my sofa cushions. I love the smell of, oh, and when I opened it, gotta get a whiff. Yeah, super cute. Found this on Amazon as well. Also, because in here is the walls are black, it can feel dark. So I have these underlights also from Amazon. They're motion, and I love that too because I'm not walking into a dark room. Once you walk in, they're motion activated, or you can. Right now, they're just in the on position because I didn't want them going on and off while I'm in here. They are cordless. However, you will need to charge. I don't. I think I may have to charge these maybe once every 2 to 3 months, depending on how much we're walking in and out. I'm the only person that uses the laundry room. Love, love, love. I love the idea of the underlighting. It's very pretty, very nice. These shelves, they're floating shelves. They are from IKEA. I did install these myself. Another issue I had when getting the laundry room together, the stud finder would tell me that there's a stud, and when I go to screw in a screw, there's no stud. So I really had a little challenge with putting these up because I was found myself drilling holes everywhere, and then finally I decided, you know what, let me just get a what do you call those things? Oh my gosh, I can't think. Is it an anchor? A drywall anchor? I can't even think of the word. Anyway, I had to, go through great measures to make sure that these are up here sturdily, and then make sure I don't put too many heavy things on there just in case it's not, sturdy. But for the most part, they've been holding up very well, and I love the way they look in here. The floor I did before we had just like sheet vinyl, very ugly. Um, so I found some white old vinyl planks for the floor. It looks just like this. So yeah, this is the laundry room. I redid this laundry room um months ago. And I'm like, wait, I can. give a tour because I'm so proud of how it came out and how it's holding up. I love the built-in look of the washer and dryer. I've always liked to see that. This is a drying rack. Here I can hang like 18 things, and then it has an extender as well. It's screwed into the wood, so it's just like it's not going anywhere. Like, this is so nice. I got this from Amazon as well. I'm super pumped with how functional and efficient my little laundry room is. And it's so pretty in here. Like I can hang out. I love it. Anyway, I hope you love it too. And thanks for being at home with me. I'll see you in the next one.